Yes. So today we have gathered here to discuss about a design thinking video, right? So what is design thinking? Its motive is to explain the 5 phases involved in it, right? So what are the 5 phases in design thinking?
Empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and testing,
right? So design thinking is the backbone of our institution. So what are maybe the topic that we discuss in design thinking manner, right? So we have already discussed about a case study. So case study is optical communication for rural internet connectivity, right? So let me discuss that case study topic in design thinking manner now, right? Okay. So now I invite Priyanka to tell about the roles of each participant.
And today we are going to discuss this in a role play manner. And first, Sugadev, local community representative, he going to empathize this topic. And next, Sangeeta, project manager, and myself, Priyanka, optical engineer, and Radhi going to tell about the prototype part as an hardware architect, and Vishnu, the field technician.
Yes. So role play is a very effective teaching pedagogy actually, right? So because you are going to assume the character as your role and you are going to explain about it, right? So justify your role in detail, right? So first is about the phases, empathy phase. So who is ready? Yes.
Good morning. Today I am going to tell about my role is local community representative. I am going to explain about empathy phase. In many rural areas, people are facing network issues and students are facing difficulty in online education. Farmers are cannot access the real market price and not getting the real network, real weather reporting, and healthcare are limited with not correct communication with the network.
Yes. So empathy phases, we have to find where the problem arises. So all these cases we are suffering to active. So let me involve the optical communication in rural internet connectivity to remove all these grievances, right? So next is about the define phase. Is.
So as a project manager, I would like to explain about the define part. First, the problem is people are suffering from getting affordable and it is not easy to install also, and for long distance communication also there is a problem in rural area. They are suffering from high internet connectivity issues also. So I want you guys to design a communication system which should have an cost effective, easy to install communication system, and it should carry large amount of data sets from to long distance with minimal amount of losses. So our goal is to define a solution that has connects the bridge from rural and urban area using advanced technology. We have to design an advanced communication system.
Yes. So main drawback of optical communication is cost, right? So you have to implement this in a project by using, it should be cost effective. So how do you reduce the cost? The increase of cost is due to only 2 reasons. One is about the interfacing equipment and the other one is due to slicing, right? So when you use these 2 equipments precisely, you can reduce the cost. Keep it in your mind while you are doing in this project, right? Yes. So next is about the ideate phase. Yes.
As an optical engineer, here I propose a solution to solve this issue, and here we propose using a low-cost optical communication system based on fiber optic technology. And based on fiber optic technology, here the data is transmitted as a light signal, which allows a very high bandwidth and a small signal, very low signal attenuation over a long distance. And the basic idea is to set up an optical network for the rural area with the nearby cities, and by including government support and involvement of local communities and shared infrastructure, we can reduce the cost. And wireless hybrid system can also more helpful for remote locations.
Yes. So idea is the vital role in all the 5 phases, right? So by choosing the correct part of idea, you can implement next prototype and the testing phase more wisely. So next is about the prototype phase.
As a hardware architect, my role is build and design an optical communication system. In optical system, we use photodiode as a light signal. It travels through the optical fiber, and the receiver side we use a photo diode to convert the light signals into electrical signal. Our goal is to achieve efficient for rural areas pupils, and a optical communication system is has a initial cost effective, but our goal is to achieve efficient and used for rural areas.
So that's all about the prototype phase, right? So we are having sources and detectors in optical communication. So what are the optical sources? In our syllabus, what we have studied is LED, light emitting diode, and ILD, injection laser diode. So these two are the major sources in optical communication. When coming to the detectors, what are the two important detectors? One is the avalanche photodiode, and the another one is the pin diode. PEN and intrinsic, right? So pin diode is the other important detectors. So mostly 90% of optical communication are using either these two as the source or that two as the detectors, APD or ILD. Okay, right. So next is about the last phase is testing. Yes.
As a field technician, I need to ensure the performance and stability of the system, like the attenuation, like over a long distance, like how much distance signal can be sent without fading, and the bandwidth, how much data can be transmitted through the signal at an instant of time, and the reliability of the signal, even at the temperature cold, hot, or other dusty conditions. The signal should be sent without distortions. This testing helps us to find the connectivity of the area very much better.
Okay, right. So while coming to the interference part, you are having two interference in optical communication, right? So one is intra-symbol interference and inter-symbol interference. While you are doing taking these types of topics as your project, you have to consider these two interferences. If you are eligible to avoid these two interferences, then your project will make succeed at any cost, right? So hope you understand about the DT phase, right? So design thinking of our case study topic. So hope you, yes. So thank you for gathering, students. Thank you.
Thank you.